And welcome back to BTF and Dubs. Gozzy, how you doing?
Welcome back. Yeah, no, I'm good. Ty, how you doing, man? How you doing?
Good. Yeah. Coming off of a very special AEW Dynamite and Collision 3 hour joint special.
Dude,
So yeah, it was good.
so what
Liked
are
it.
they? So what's the need for this? Like, do they? I mean, obviously not knowing because I know they've got them as two separate shows. They had the Collision on Saturday, but then what's the difference? Because don't they all work on the same shows anyway?
Not really, because a lot of the time you'll have guys coming over from like Ring of Honor on Collision,
Right.
like a fair amount of times. I think what they do is if they have something like booked, like maybe overseas, or I mean, this is just an example, overseas, and like they can't do the Collision on Sunday, they just like jack it onto like a Dynamite on a Wednesday. It's also
That's
just
quite
a good way
clever.
to like advertise, like, oh, this is a special show. You should to also bring numbers on the Wednesday night Dynamite, and then
Okay.
also because their core audience is Dynamite. If you put Collision right after, you've got a more chance of getting more viewers on the guys who are on Collision to do
Okay.
that. I assume that why they do it. I've never really, to be honest, I've never really looked. This is just my humble opinion
Because
on
yeah, it's not like
that.
WWE where you've got like people on flagship shows.
Yeah,
I've
no,
noticed that you get people crossing over on both. Like some working on
yeah,
Dynamite,
which I
some working on
prefer.
Collision.
I honestly prefer. Again, like I think in that's actually an incorrect statement. I don't prefer that necessarily, but I think for AEW it works better than like the WWE model of strategically having people on their own things
Yeah.
because it's such an engrossing group. Like we've spoken about it on previous episodes. Check them out, everybody.
Yeah.
Um, about how WWE is AEW is more inclusive because it's treated as like yeah they're professional wrestlers, not superstars, so they're all gonna interact.
Oh yeah,
Which
yeah.
is quite nice. But yeah, coming off of a 3 hour special, was quite enjoyable.
Yeah, I enjoyed it actually. I
Think
genuinely had yeah, I enjoyed it more than I did
yeah, the whole week of
the other
SmackDown.
company.
So did I. So I
If I'm
mean,
honest.
I've been punting AEW on
Oh.
people for years at this stage. Like it's better. But I mean, you just started. So basically, how we're gonna break this down this week, everybody, because it's 3 hours. Is we're neither Ghazi or I have written down like sort of in match order, just like sort of in terms of the stories that are going for the biggest ones. I mean, top of the card though was RIP Ted Turner, Mr. TNT
Yeah, yeah.
himself.
I did write that down as well. Like again, people forget what I am interested in seeing, and then we didn't mention it on our previous one with relating to WWE is are they going to show an homage to him on the SmackDown the
Hell no.
Friday?
No.
Because technically they own the WCW rights, so they should be acknowledging it. He was the man who owned that. I get it that they're on TNT and TBS and everything now because of all the records, because of all the titles. Sorry, so it seems only fitting.
Yeah, but I don't
But at
know.
the same time, the company was his. They should have an acknowledgement, even though they're because they're on streaming anything. But I thought it was a really nice way to open.
Yeah, especially with Tony Schiavone doing it, because I mean he was there like throughout the whole of the 90s with them doing their thing.
You
So
got
yeah,
Sting,
no, it was yeah,
then
got
you got
Sten
Sting,
back. That
who
was
was
great.
basically the flagship guy for
For them,
WCW.
sure. No, it was a nice little start to the evening. Having Sting come on and stuff. Yeah, again, everyone forgets that without Ted Turner, they wouldn't have beaten WCW. He backed the shit out of them for
Yeah,
real.
yeah. Yeah, we wouldn't have the existence of pro wrestling that we know today without what he did with or what
Yeah,
he managed to do with WCW because it wouldn't have if you have a company that monopolizes an industry,
like
you
you've
just have
seen
to
like
settle
yeah.
for it.
Yeah,
You
with
just have to settle for
WWE
it.
did it from what when they acquired WCW in 2001, 2000 ish. I can't remember,
2000 it was 2000
like '02
and
maybe,
it
somewhere
was
around
two
there.
yeah,
Uh,
2002 they I think they
But
officially
then
closed doors.
for years, all the way up until AEW, there was not a single like you can say what you want about TNA, they weren't as big as AEW are when they first started
Nah, but
either. So
they were still treated more as an
as
independent
an
scene.
independent, exactly. So it wasn't seen as competition. But without WCW being the competition, we wouldn't get the Attitude Era, which everyone pines for. So yeah, anyway. RIP Ted Turner, man. Thank you for the
RIP Ted.
NWO and Chris Jericho. Um, anyway, getting back to it. All right, so starting off with this 3 hour special, I think we got to start at the top, and the top is one of the best matches I've seen. I say it like in a minute, but it was just so good. Darby versus Kevin Knight. Fuck.
Oh,
What a match!
Unbelievable.
Holy shit.
I alluded this to you last week, where I said to you, he's now gone through the ringer. He had to find a way to beat MJF. He took a brutal beating from him and Tommaso Ciampa. They had a brutal match. He was absolutely ragdolled by Brody King.
Yeah.
And now it was more about a technical side of wrestling, and it was more on show. There was still a bit of brutality and everything. Like they still went at each other, but
high impact. It was fast.
It was
good.
Quick. It was. Really, there was. You so couldn't quick. Take your eye off it.
No,
for me,
if you blink,
as much as I enjoyed it, I will say it was probably my second best match of the night.
Okay, all right. We'll get to that.
I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I thought it was. I still thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think Darby Allin handles himself well as a guy.
Champ. Yeah, for sure. No, absolutely, I agree. I agree.
Kevin, one thing I felt, you know how certain wrestlers wear certain attire when they're either going to win or lose?
Yes.
Kevin Knight, from what I've been seeing when he's won, has mostly been wearing white. He wore all black. And I was thinking,
that actually.
Is that a thing where it's like, okay, I know I'm going to lose, but I'm going to look good losing. I don't need to look like Kevin Knight, white, high flying. You don't need to see me. I need to look like I'm.
Actually, yeah, because Darby's gear is black. He's the goth emo kid. So that's interesting. I honestly didn't put the two and two together. Okay, maybe, but I mean, look, talk about coming out of a loss looking fucking good. Holy shit! I mean, he's still TNT champ.
Dude.
God damn.
That springboard.
Dude, that's
onto the table.
Wild. When he jumped, I was like, is he going for a spec? Because you know his finisher is the rotating.
It's the UFO.
It's the UFO, right? I was like,
the rotating frog
like, that's far, even for him. And then when he closed off the shit out of it, I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, oh shit. Just the momentum he got going forward was crazy.
It was wild, man.
I mean, talk about like, again, like you said, this may not have been like the most brutal match Darby's ever been in. This was his endurance match for sure.
Absolutely.
Right? So he's done the technical stuff. He's done the brutal stuff. Now he's done the endurance stuff. Fuck. It was just a good match. Like, if you have time, go check it out. Could not rate it high enough. It was. I actually got goosebumps thinking about that fucking that springboard, actually.
That was, and then
I thought Kevin had it when he did the UFO and he got him like square. I was like, oh shit, are they gonna literally drop a kid?
And that was
been insane.
UFO as well.
Yeah,
like it
wasn't like
the way he normally does it. He was far in that
like
ring.
He got up and oof, man, it was.
But
crazy.
Again, it looked like it does. Everything we're saying is Kevin on the offense, because he also did that coast to coast, and he kicked the out of Darby Allin in that coast to coast.
It makes you think, like, actually shout out Shane McMahon, because Shane McMahon made it quite a few times and he wasn't half as athletic as Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight makes it look so easy.
Yeah, fair enough. I think Shane McMahon is the one you have to give props to, because Rob Van Dam was the athletic, agile.
Yeah, but he never really made it. He always used to have to extend his legs with the chair to whack them in the face, you know? Whereas
Kevin Knight looks like he could springboard rope to rope.
Rope to rope, for sure, 100%.
He looks like he can do that.
It's like the 1, 2, 3 kid on the old Sega Genesis games where you do the four thing, the four pillar thing. It was crazy, but a great match. You got to check it out. Let's talk about the Fallout. The Fallout here. So where Kevin goes, he's gonna be. I don't know. He's gonna run with that TNT Championship for a minute, and I'm looking forward. He's just gonna put on banner after banner. This was a great showing for him. He did incredible. His promos with Darby leading up were also very, very good. And he's got an array of dudes like lining up to take his TNT out.
Well,
I think the Ops are going to be like the big one with him. I don't know.
He did. Yeah, he took on Hook in the small weekend collision one, and it was a good match. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but he's not Samoa Joe.
Introduction to Hook. It was my first introduction to Hook. So.
I'm sorry about that. He used to be a lot cooler.
He looked all right. Like it wasn't a bad match, but again, I didn't feel like Kevin Knight was going to lose.
Not in trouble.
If I'm honest with you, slowly, Kevin Knight is low key becoming like the guy that I just want to watch.
Fair enough. I mean, that's exactly why this match was so good, because even
it put him on display.
I like Kevin Knight a lot up until this point, especially with his tag team with Speedball Mike Bailey as Jet Speed. This match, I was like, fuck, I want to watch another Kevin Knight match today. So it was great. So again, I mean, sky's the limit for this dude. I just don't know. I don't know story wise who's next for that TNT Championship. But I'm excited to see it. Probably have your Tommaso Ciampas and stuff coming at him again, because he is a former champ.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, that roster is stacked for that. So that's gonna be good. But
I
the
appreciated the
yeah,
end
sorry.
with no, I appreciated the end where Stig came out and he gave he showed appreciation to both of them because
Oh
they
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
just
yeah,
come
for
out
sure.
for Darby. Obviously, he was on the show to pay homage to Ted, as we discussed. But he's
Oh
Darby's
no, yeah,
it's
but
Darby's boy.
little bit of history there. Sten has been like the mentor to Darby since day one in AEW. So he's
Yeah,
been there since 2019 when they started as his like they were tag champs together. They have been through the war. So
yeah.
that's why he
Don't know.
specifically said what's up to Darby for that.
Don't know if you saw in that little thing as well, like when he came out, because obviously they give you like a little history fact or whatever, like a histrionic on it. It said that Sting was 29-0 in AEW because obviously he retired as a tag team
He
champ.
was
He
unbeaten.
never lost a match
No, never. Not as a tag not in the tag team, not
at all.
singles. Never lost. No, he's undefeated in AEW.
But
Crazy, right?
for someone like that to come out,
I
that's
watched all
almost.
29 of those matches actually.
But for someone like him to come out and not just obviously come out because he's Darby's mentor and he, that's his guy, but to show the respect to Kevin Knight
Yeah,
says a
Kevin.
lot. It's the same thing of, when Undertaker took on Jeff Hardy and Jeff Hardy put him through that ladder match and he was
Yeah,
just like,
and came
oh
back. It
shit,
was
this
like,
kid. And he gave him a handshake. That was kind of what that is. Like you
yeah,
could
very
see
much
Sting was
so.
like, okay, shit, he can hold his own. He holds
Yeah,
it up with Darby, the guy who's literally the face of the company.
yeah,
Prop.
absolutely. It's very much a case of like, this kid might. This I can see this kid
Mhm.
being champion soon. I agree. And I mean,
So
Jeff Hardy became champion not many years after that, like, and was the most popular on the planet because
yeah,
of it. I can see Kevin going there, so I'm excited for
so that was
that.
good. And
So
then obviously,
well, now you have two things to talk about here. I'm gonna start off with the one that is sort of the B story for this is you now have Kazuchika Okada come out and challenge Darby Allin next week on Dynamite.
uh,
That's a match I've been wanting to see forever. I love Okada. I've loved him in New Japan.
yeah,
Um, that's gonna also be like just a brutal match that Darby has to get through. But that's the thing, and this is why I'm not a big fan of this. I don't see Darby losing because of what I'm going to say next. But Okada also has this match with Takeshita for
yeah,
the Continental thing. And they're not going to put two belts on Okada now. So I think because of that, it's dropped my excitement for this match down ever so slightly. But
yeah.
I do think Takeshita's going to get involved in the Darby Allin match as well.
So you think that's the way it goes, where he's gonna kind of not have shenanigans, but he's going to have a presence there
Yes,
that will throw Okada off, which
I
will
think
then
so.
which then keeps their match intact.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like there's
And
no
obviously,
definitive winner there, but
yeah,
Darby wins, and Okada's like, I bet I got to take out Takeshi now. And then, I mean, I'm just going to forward book this. Okada's going to drop the title to Takeshi. Takeshi needs that belt, and Okada's going to come after Darby later on. But is it Darby? Because he has the actual A side to this. We got our boy MJF, and he's mad. Oh, he big mad.
oh, MJF
He
is
big
just
mad
like,
about this.
I loved Tony Schiavone where he was like, oh, it's my title, I lost it, wow. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, that's exactly what MJF is going to do.
That's literally
That's
it.
exactly what he's going to do. That's my title, give it to me, wow. I was like, oh, he's on point.
Yeah.
He was
So
on fire
Tony's
on
absolutely the
commentary.
goat when it comes to that sort of thing. It was great. Again, MJF just cuts the best promo in the game, but the stipulation,
What you mean
Gozzy, the
running
stipulation.
through what I need something, but running through everything. Oh,
Yes.
what about scarf?
What about the
Oh,
scarf? Because
what
that's
about the
part of it.
scarf?
Yeah.
I got my scarf.
When he said the Dynamite Diamond Ring, I was like, oh
Ooh.
shit, that's huge because he's used that for the past 6 years to win matches. That's fucking monstrous. And then Darby came out with the big boy. You pulled out that RPG. I was like, nah. You went to Turkey for a reason, my brother. That I also laughed at that.
That was funny. I was like,
Said he got feelings.
everybody in the UK, everybody in Europe watching that went immediately before he even went to it. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
hair.
that's his head. Yeah,
It's his
definitely.
hair.
I think maybe some Americans were like, veneers? He don't have veneers. All the people in Europe were like, his hair, of
Hair.
course, he
Oh,
is.
we knew that was coming before he even said it.
So that's the question. It's a hair versus title match. Are we going to see Big Hebrew himself as a bald?
So I agree with you. I see this going both ways. I think if MJF wins, I don't think it paints Darby Allin in a negative light at all because of what he's doing currently.
Yeah.
If he loses, you can just set up and you can just keep this going for a little bit longer between him and MJF.
Yeah,
And
agree.
it's not like you have to keep it going for 6 months, but you can still keep it going a little bit longer.
You can keep it going all the way until All In. Actually,
yeah, exactly. You can keep it going for another 5-6 weeks or whatever it is till the end of the month. Sorry, so you can.
And then also, I mean, if we have, we're gonna have Will Ospreay and All In face maybe Kenny Omega, which would be great.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, All In's August, isn't it? So it's like another 2 months or whatever. You can still keep it going. Definitely.
Keep going. But if we're gonna get MJF versus Darby Allin at All In, we're going. Like,
hell yeah,
we have to. Anyway,
but
I digress.
The other side of it is,
I can see MJF losing.
I can see him losing, and it's because when they get these hair transplants, you have to let it grow, but then for it to grow properly, you have to shave.
Yeah.
To let it grow out a second time, because that's how you get the full growth of it. So I can see it both ways. Like, I can see him losing in the sense of, okay, it's actually because it's what he needs to do.
Yeah, so why not? Also, Gozzy apparently has a lot of experience with hair transplants.
When you see people like Mo Salah and Wayne Rooney and all of them going for these hair transplants, you kind of get used to and understand what's going on.
Fair enough. Yeah, you're not doing deep dives on TikTok about hair transplants. I get it.
No, I never do that. No, not at all.
Although now we talk about maybe I should. Fucking hell.
So we have a hair versus hair match next time I'm up.
I'll let you win. I need to get rid of I'm just going to commit. Fucking.
But I can't see it going both ways. I can see it go
both ways myself. Yeah. Look, I'm looking forward to it regardless. But as soon as it was like, because when he said the Dynamite ring, I was like, holy shit, that is possibly the biggest stipulation MJF's ever been in. And then somehow they elevated it to hair. And I'm like, why is this better? I don't know.
Why'd they go from, if that is his like thing, the Dynamite ring, why did they go from the scarf to the ring and then to like $1 million? And I kind of like thought, why did they do that? But then I get it when Darby's like, you're looking to a guy who was homeless, lived in his car. I don't care about your money. I'm there now.
Well, that's the thing, because
that's more precious to him than the ring. So I get that. And the elevation of the hair thing, I get to MJF because that is a personal thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's the one thing he's probably the most insecure about.
He was trying to coax Darby with a personal thing for Darby, but Darby's like, nah. That's more personal to you than.
Again, like just the inner story building with MJF and why he's so good is the money thing has gotten him out of so much trouble in the past. With the Don Callis thing, he paid for so many of them to like take up guys like Darby and stuff while he was winning. So again, with his arrogance, he was like, nah, well, everyone's got a price except Darby Allin. It builds the law so well. It's incredible. So this is great. What a great title scene that they've got going on. And I'm so excited for it, you know? And here we are talking about, you know, in our previous episode, we're like, well, what's Cody Rhodes even doing with his title? And like, you look across at AEW, you're like, well, fuck, this is dope.
Yeah.
You know? And again, Darby's kind of open challenge for the title is great. So you have all these huge stars like your Brody Ken, your Carters, you know, Tommaso Ciampa coming for the title. And you still got MJF in the background. And then you've got the smaller stories swirling around. And again, like I said, everybody, we're just going to sort of jump across here. Swerve Strickland is finally back, and he's taking on Bandito, both of whom, one is a former AEW champion, and the other one has fought for the title before. He's been in the title picture previously with sort of his time during with Brody Ken as the Broditos. So,
okay, I was going to ask that, like, what was the, for someone who's, you know,
newer chef,
what was the what is the relation, or what is the connection between Bandito and Brody King?
There wasn't one to start with. They that was very much a, well, we put them together, and then they just started being called the Broditos, and they got over really quickly because, you know, Bandito is just an incredible wrestler. It's super fun to watch, and Brody's huge.
Yeah.
And super fun to watch as well. So, yeah, they just got over it. Then they won the tag titles in a nice little short run. So, yeah, it was great, really. But yeah, that's where they come from. I love the fact that Swerve is back. AEW is better to have him in than away. He's been gone for a minute. And again,
I heard it was an injury. I don't know.
From what I understood, it was an injury. Apparently, it wasn't too bad. He's only gone for a couple of months max, which is good, obviously. But yeah, having him back and coming after the most wanted in AEW, that story is just going to be dope. This is AEW at its best. Just like fucking
I
Swerve
need to
just doesn't
see.
like anybody, and Bandito's hot right now. So you want me to fight you? It's not.
I need to. So I need to see because again, sort of saw some of the stuff when he was in NXT, Swerve, but
Yeah.
need to see him properly wrestle. I've caught some glimpses, but I need to see him properly wrestle here in
So
AEW.
in AEW, he's pretty much the guy. He's the most. His moniker is the most dangerous man in AEW. His matches with Will Ospreay and him and Adam Page and John Moxley are crazy good. Definitely check them out, everybody. They're dope as hell. But yeah, he's just a bad dude, just a bad motherfucker. That's his whole thing in AEW, and it's awesome.
Wait,
It's very, very cool. So yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Um, moving on. Speaking of
yeah.
people forming in the title picture, we have a small update, not the biggest update of all time, on the Will Ospreay Death Riders. What's going on there? Loyalty. Then
Situation story.
yeah, the situationship. It's called
Yeah,
that. What
yeah.
was
Let's
your
call it
take on that, Gozzy? I'd be interested to hear.
that. I don't know. Like again, when we saw it last week, and they took him in and they were doing the training, like they got him into the training. I know we don't do it in a ring; we do it, here in the hallway, or we do it underground, like underground.
Here in the hallway.
But it's like,
It
but
is.
no, but you're
It's
literally
facts. It's
going,
literally
okay,
a
well, they
hallway.
should. It's not like it's genuinely not like it's an underground ring or fighting thing where it's like an open area. They were literally in the hallway.
No, just that it's like in the hallway. It's like actually, yeah, fucking that is a hallway.
So
Go to the parking
it's
lot.
like
There's
being close space.
space.
Let's do it. It's like Old Boy where they do that sideways
Yeah,
scene.
exactly.
It's like that. But and then obviously they go back to him and he's training with them. I I think linking it to what Samoa Joe said as well was like, look, I'm gonna extend my hand one more time.
Yeah,
William. I
William.
love that. William.
Just
I'm gonna extend my hand. William, one more time. Death Riders won't do anything, but you come to me, I get
yeah,
you anything. Hook's gone now. He fought his match, but he's going to do a movie. I make a call. Anthony Bowens is now with us. I'll make a call. I can get
yeah. I
Anthony
like it.
Bowens in, whatever. Like literally offering this different incentive. The Death Riders feel like they're the ones offering him a way to, find his roots and be
Yeah, be more
be
ruthless.
be a more yeah be more ruthless
Yeah,
be a more ruthless wrestler and just find his way of overcoming adversity and being the best version of him.
yeah,
Whereas the ops with Samoa Joe feel like it's going, well, come to us and we'll give you everything you want. We're the ones
yeah,
who can get you through the crowd. We're the ones who can jump you to the front of the line. We'll be the guys who can get you everything.
yeah. That
It's just
dynamic is very. It's good. I like it. So you got John Moxley coming from the. You're gonna strip away emotion and like you need to
we're
be who
gonna
you're supposed to be, and you need to be
you're gonna be
raw and
yeah.
ruthless. Whereas Joe's like, no, join the ops.
Don't be raw. Don't be ruthless.
No,
Just
no.
come to us.
Join us. We'll help you. We'll
We'll give
get
you
you there.
everything.
We'll
We'll
get you
give you
there. I
everything.
like it. I think it's good.
I'm wondering if there's like, depending on how it goes with the numbers wise, if does what Osprey end up joining the ops and it becomes almost like a faction versus faction thing.
Wouldn't be the first time that they've done that, especially with the Death Riders. They've been in like the last two Anarchy in the Arenas, which is like a 5-on-5, just hodgepodge of good bodies and shit going down.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I could see that happening. I mean, it puts in between the two of them, between Moxley and Samoa Joe. Osprey does have a lot of story going forward for him because this could be just because he has beef with the Death Riders. That's what his whole comeback was built around that.
yeah. Okay.
So and
So
then
what
he
if he used?
lost.
So, but what if he
What if he's using his wiles and he's learning
from them to
from them
overcome
to
them?
take them down by joining the ops? I can see that happening. So there's a lot going. I like it a
But
lot.
that's why I say like
It's
numbers.
intriguing.
Where I say like you've got the numbers wise because you've got without Osprey you've already got 5
Yeah,
within the Death Riders. Currently, you're sitting at 4 with the ops because you've got
yeah,
Joe, Bowens, Hook, Shibata.
yeah.
If Osprey does this, where you say he learns how to beat them from the inside and then flips over,
Yeah,
you've
exactly.
got
I
a
mean,
5-on-5 situation.
and even with with Hook going away, if he is going to go film a movie, then you do lose a member there. But, they had that whole thing where Mox was like, well, why did you go to Japan for this? This is why we need to strip away emotion. You still got the United Empire all the way in New Japan that can hop in for that as well. So, yeah, there's lots. It was good. I liked it. I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
It's intriguing.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it's very...
It's
very much drawing me in. Like it's something that's helping to draw me in because I want to see where it goes. It's not like something I see and I go, whatever.
Yeah, it's a throwaway sort of. Okay,
cool. I want to see where it goes. I want to see why Mox is pushing him so hard.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why he's allowing himself to be pushed that hard, because I think that might be it. I think we might be onto something there. I think he is learning from the inside on how to actually take them down. Because no one really has been able to take out the Death Riders completely. Yeah, they've lost the title here, title there, but they are still running roughshod over the whole of AEW. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's good. It's good. It's very, very good. I mean, again, it is sort of leaning into the Owen Hart Cup, which is coming up soon. That's just a tournament that they do for the Owen Hart. So to say, like, my dog Adam Cole and his ex-Britt Baker won the inaugural one, the very first men and women's.
Yeah.
And I'll kill to see Adam Cole come back, even Britt Baker. But anyway, I digress. Again, maybe you'll have like a tournament situation where they start like Ospreay has to run the gauntlet and he keeps having to face off Death Riders until he finally wins it, but then turns on them. There's lots. Again, it's just like the threads going here.
Opens it up.
And Okada is also he's going to defend throughout. It's again that can lead to a lot of stuff. Sorry, I'm just running through my notes here. So I got Swerve versus Bandito. Yeah, that's we just spoke about that.
When you say Okada defending, he obviously had the match with Brian Keith. I don't know
Brian Keith very well. He was part of a tag team with Big Cass for a while. Sorry, he's not called Big Cass anymore, but I just remember him as such.
Big Bill.
And then they sort of separated, and I guess Brian Keith is a good wrestler. Used to be a TNA guy from what I understand.
The first thing I thought when he came out, when they're like, well, he has the whole the bounty hunter Brian Keith. That for me,
it's sick. It's badass.
It's sick. Like that's a sick ass name to have as a ring, like for as a ring name. But the one thing he reminded me of when he came out, and I don't know why, was Aaron Black from Mortal Kombat, because again, he's the bounty hunter, and he had that vibe to him. He just had that whole Aaron Black vibe to him.
Yeah, I feel that 100% actually.
So I wasn't thinking of like Red Dead Redemption, where like literally the first thing came to me, I was like, oh shit, this is like Aaron Black vibes, because it was dark music.
Yeah.
He came out with this like swagger, like
he's a bounty hunter, but not in the Western like cowboy sense.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's why he's not really running in the circles of like Handman Adam Page or your Banditos. It's like, no. He collects souls is what he collects.
I love that. Like, and I thought again, it wasn't a bad match. Like it was.
Again, I think if Brian Keith had a little bit more story to him, not even story, I think that's the wrong word. Just a little bit more TV time.
Yeah.
So you could get to know him. Yeah. I would have been more invested. Again, very good match. I just wasn't very invested in it from the start. But again, was a very good match.
You kind of knew Okada was going to win.
Yeah.
It was more of a, okay, just put on a show type thing.
And he did. Again, I mean, I thought Brian Keith came out of there looking like $1 million. Again, it just elevates them, which is good. And that's what AEW is very good at. Speaking of elevation, my girl Holly Cameron came back. She's in the ring again. You love that. That was dope. Great little backstage segment with Mina Shirakawa. Tits out for Holly Cameron. That was dope. I did not expect that when I saw it.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so I was watching, I was there, and then when she ripped her shirt, and I was like, oh, I'm a bit invested. And I'm like, but that was to appeal to like an audience.
And it did. It worked.
Listen, people were like, okay.
I was like, I mean, I love Holly Cameron. I think she's great. But I was like Mina Shirakawa. I was like, I thought her ring gear was underneath there. I was like, oh shit, me too, Mina. I feel you. It's an honest mistake. So that was great. It did lead into the match with Shida and Statlander. Good match. Also very solid tag team match.
Yeah.
But slow in places. But I mean, again, it was really good.
The more I watch, because again, not really seen her much, but the more I watch Chris Statlander, the more I'm impressed, man. She is she's power, but she's also got this edge to her.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that.
I really and it's a shame she wasn't the first ever. Well, they kept saying she would have been the first ever women's Triple Crown champion
Yeah.
if they won the tag team
Yeah,
last
and
week against Divine Dominion.
yeah, which I mean, it's a very double-edged sword. That I'm glad they didn't, because I do like the Divine Dominion a
Yeah,
lot as a tag team. But yeah,
but get it, yeah, and
yeah,
also it's leading, and you saw it in the match here. It's leading to the tension. So they showed obviously
yeah.
on
The
Collision.
reverse of last week's one, where Chris used Sheeta as a suplex then, and boom, got Mina in the ear quite bad. Even commentary
Yeah,
was like, Taz made me laugh in that. It was like, if she didn't have cauliflower ears before, what she does now. I was like, God damn, Taz, that was a bit mean. It's mean to Shirakawa. Leave her alone.
but because again, obviously, Sheeta hit Statlander with that knee,
Yeah. Ooh, also, looked a little
and
stiff, but like not in a bad way, like in a very good, like safe,
the
but
look as
ouch.
well. Like you could see the look on
Yeah.
Statlander, like, oh, and then you can see there's a fallout coming. Because
Oh,
even earlier
definitely.
when they
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
because they showed a thing where after their match last week, they showed it on Collision, the Collision on Saturday, and it was Sheeta was like, "I'll make this up to you, I promise," and she's like, "You damn right you're gonna make this up to me." Like, I could have been the first ever, and she really had this like irritated vibe about
Yeah,
her
yeah.
because obviously they didn't win the titles, but we've seen that tension building even from when I've started watching. Like they've seen that tension building, and with that knee, I was like, "Well, that's not going to be good."
No,
She
no.
hit it with that knee, I was like, "Oh!" And then she gave her that look in the middle of the match as well. And then when it came to the point of, okay, she can either take out Harley Cameron or she can take out Cheetah,
No,
I
she
was like,
she
"Well,"
she had an internal struggle for a minute
she
there.
like for a
It was there. It
second
was
you
there.
could
Like,
tell there
goddamn.
was like,
Like,
which one of them do I take out?
lifetimes went through here. Like, for us, it was about 3-4 seconds. For her, it was like, oh, she went through every. She was Doctor Strange, and she was like, there's
One,
only one.
one,
That
one.
was great. No, I mean, look, I love Chris
But it was a
Statlander.
good match. It
She's
was a
been good.
solid match.
There's also like, because of who she's been in AEW for so long, and she finally made it to the mountaintop. I think that's also built up. She was part of a
Yeah.
tag team. She was friends with everybody, and then when she got a bit more ruthless, um, you know, she won the title. So I think that's also playing on my mind. It's like, I was at the top. Now I'm back in a tag team. Why am I here? I think so. There's also that extra layer to it. So again, it was a very, very, very good match. I mean, the story coming out of it is obviously Staten and Sheeta. When they have their blow off match, it's gonna be insane because they're both incredibly good wrestlers.
Yeah. And like I
Uh,
say, the more I watch Chris Statlander, the more I'm
you get impressed more and more. I mean,
more and
when
more
I first
impressed
started
with her.
watching AEW, I had no idea who she was. And like everyone, like Chris Statlander, man, she's really good. She really is
Yeah.
just awesome. And then obviously, I'm just really glad Harley Cameron and Mina Shirakawa are a tag team again, and just great comic relief wrestlers. They're both very good. In our unreleased episode 0 of our Dubs of the Year, I made Harley Cameron my most improved because she was decent, but she's excellent now. I mean, I love watching her in the ring. She's great in promos and stuff. I want her to be in the title picture, but obviously she's not quite there yet, but she'll get
We
there.
ever gonna release that? That would
Maybe.
be.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
I have to clean up all that. But anyway, that's that.
That's another one.
We're gonna release it. We'll release it. Yeah, yeah. We'll make it as I don't know. We'll pick a like maybe for SummerSlam like the build up. We're like, here's episode
Here's a
0.
fun. Here's
If we
episode
get
zero.
100 subscribers by SummerSlam, we'll release it. There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Share it
That's
with
right.
your friends, y'all.
Share it with your friends. Let them know. You can see how much of a good time we had in our first ever
Our very first
attempt
time.
at making this.
Cool. And then the only other thing I've got written down here was obviously we have the Jericho Ricochet feud, which is still
Oh,
going on.
it's still going on. I'm
Still
not
going.
bored with it, but I still think it's fun.
It's treading water a little bit. It's
Yeah,
treading
yeah.
water.
It
I'm
needs
glad.
to.
I'm glad they're bringing in the Hurt Syndicate properly now. It'll give it a bit more
So
juice.
my thought on this, right? Because he's like, oh, okay, so I need to understand, and I made a note. Just give me a second. I was like, when Jericho came out and he said it's the match that he talks about, a Stadium Stampede. What is that? Sorry, because I don't. He said he was
Oh,
the one who invented the Stadium Stampede. I don't know. Obviously,
so
it's
Stadium
not a thing.
Stampede was a COVID special, right?
Yeah,
So because there was no one really allowed at that stage, I mean, like besides your inner crowd, basically it was also a team of I believe it was the Inner Circle, which was Jericho's crew, Sammy Guevara, I can't remember everybody, and versus the Elite, which was the team of the Young Bucks and Kenny and that whole thing, because Jericho
yeah,
and Kenny were feuding
yeah,
for the title, and basically it's like Anarchy in the arena, except it was in an entire actual stadium. Um, and I mean, they fought throughout they were in the grandstands, they were on the football field, they were backstage, they were in the ring. Stadium Stampede is just a monstrous match that goes all over the place. Remember how I was telling you during WrestleMania how I wanted the street fights to go anywhere other
yeah.
than the ring? It's
Yes,
a street fight. You should be fighting in the streets.
yes.
That's what Stadium Stampede was. And they actually did things where one of the funniest things you'll ever watch is you had Matt Jackson, because he's really good at his Northern Light suplex.
Yeah,
He
which I've
started
seen.
at he started at one end of the football field, and he started doing it, and he started doing it, and he kept going, and then they cut away for a bit, and then they went to another part of the fight, and then another part of the fight, and then they cut back to him a little bit later, and he's almost to the other touchdown, the touchdown line, still doing the Northern Light suplexes. So that's what Stadium Stampede is. It's just a monstrous match that goes all over the stadium. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be absolutely great.
But that's what I said. Like, because he obviously alluded to, he's like, I need to find two other people, whatever.
Yeah, it's a 5-5.
Now,
You say Cedric Alexander, I'm gonna bitch
no,
slap this.
no. So, what would be fun and interesting? I don't think it will happen. But what if it was a way to get the New Day into AEW?
Oh, I would love that so much.
Do you know what I mean? If it's gonna be 5-on-5, I'm
Yeah,
sure I can find two other
Syndicate
people.
and the New Day and Jericho. All
I'm
former
just saying,
WWE guys. That would be
yeah.
insane. That
I'm
would be
just saying, like,
insane.
I'm not. This is obviously
This is fantasy
fantasy
booking.
wishing and
Yeah.
fantasy booking, whatever. But people want to see them in AW because people have been dying, and I have also been one of those guys to see the New Day take on people like the Young Bucks.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, the Young Bucks and Kenny were already wearing their New Day T-shirts
They've,
the day
they've
after.
acknowledged them.
They've
They've acknowledged them.
I think they're in talks. They're definitely in talks to go AEW for sure.
And I think that might be one. It's a PLE pay per view, whatever we're calling it,
Sure.
a main show.
Yeah,
right? I don't know what exactly AEW call it, but one of their one of their flagship shows for the year, flagship specials for the year.
Yeah,
it's a good way to get them in. I think it would. I do want to see that.
I would love to see that. Now that you mention it, I can't unsee it. I'm thinking, God damn, I want to see Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin.
Would that be? Because obviously it's just happened that they've gone. But if people like Jericho, Lashley,
Shelton Benjamin,
MVP, they must be going. Listen, bring your ass here. Let's have some fun.
Absolutely.
You have got so many different people to work with instead of being stuck against the Usos and the Alpha Academy
the same
and the
three tag teams that you fight
every year.
There are so many tag teams that we can put
bring your ass over here and show WWE that they fucked up
big time, dude. I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. That's fucking scary. God damn,
that for me would be so much fun. Because who are you going to have? You're going to have the Demand and what? If it's going to be another two people with them.
Well, that's the thing, because it'll be heels? I don't know. Master Champ is a bit of a float up. They might release Johnny Gargano. You have DIY join them. That'd be great.
It could be fun. But then if they go, okay, so not in the sense of it would be perfect, but in a good way. If they go, because all I see is them floating as well. They're not really there. And I see them doing fillers again, like in the Dynamite Cross Collision that we watched. Now, the Young Bucks. If you go the Demand, go okay. We've got the Young Bucks now. Or you have it the other way around. You have Jericho having the Young Bucks. And
Jericho probably have the Young Bucks, because they are faces right now.
And then you get the New Day coming in to help the Demand, because you've still got Ricochet, an ex-WWE guy.
But would you bring the New Day in as heels? I don't think, but I think they get a huge pop. Whereas
Yeah, they would.
the Hurt Syndicate aren't necessarily heels. They're very neutral
Yeah,
in the sense of they're in the business to make money and hurt people. So if you pay them
yeah,
enough, they'll help you out.
fair.
You know,
But
MJF
I
did
also
that
say it's a
actually.
good way to get the
Yeah, of
Young Bucks
course.
and the New Day in a match
And
straight
again,
away.
if you're gonna also considering Ricochet did say that it is the match that Jericho invented, the Young Bucks were a part of the original one as well, so that makes a lot of sense to bring them into it.
So I
Um,
mean,
so yeah, you could have that.
it's a
Oof,
bit of fun
oh,
there.
bit of fun. I mean, again, this week the whole story did stutter a little bit, like treaded. I wouldn't say stutter actually. That's the wrong word. Also treaded water a
Like so,
little,
yeah, it's trading water.
but
Yeah,
I don't know. Oh, not you got me so excited for the new day to come through
I
and
don't
actually
want
be
to
part of it.
overthrow it.
No, of
I'm just
course.
saying, but how
Again,
fun would that be?
see now the only issue I would have there is if you're gonna push towards a stadium stampede match, can you wait 90 days before you have it to bring the new day in because they do have that non-compete clause.
Yeah, that's the only problem, isn't it?
That's the only shit then.
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't happen. You could get okay. Looking at that, then you probably won't wait that long. They'll do a stadium stampede. You'll get whoever to fill in. You'll probably have the Hurt Syndicate helping Jericho and whatever.
Yeah.
But if time actually is working as a linear constant that we know it does, you could get the New Day in at All In.
You could. You could, because that's more or less 90 days.
So we could see them in London.
And we're going. So
So just saying.
it's huge pop there. God damn, that's oh, oh man.
So
That'd be awesome. Shit,
we'll
that'd
see.
be so cool. But
That
yeah,
would be
I mean, look, I am still invested in the Ricochet Jericho stuff. I
yeah,
like the
of
demand. I
course.
love the Hurt Syndicates. I mean, Shelton and Bobby are two of my favorites. They've had me for a very long time.
Yeah.
I mean, Shelton all the way back as part of Team Angle.
Yeah.
goddamn. Oh, that's a
The world's
throwback.
greatest tag
The
team.
world's greatest tag team. Oh yeah, they were world's greatest tag team, then Team Angle, or was it
Yes.
revert? I don't know.
No. They were world's greatest tag. They were Team Angle, but
Yes,
they were known as the world's greatest
world's
tag
greatest tag
team
team. Yeah,
in Team
it
Angle,
was
and then they
so
split.
good, man. Charlie Haas was also a little underrated. I mean, I think he was put in a really shit position because he stood next to Shelton Benjamin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
He
dog.
he
You
became an
really,
individual star, and then Charlie Haas got stuck with, and nothing taken away from him because he was brilliant at what he did, but he got stuck with Rico.
yeah. Rico, man. Anyway, but yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, again, I thought AEW this AEW Collision this week. Again, not much happened on Sunday. You mentioned earlier before we jumped on.
I will touch
Jack
on
Perry won. Yeah, please.
one more. Like I was gonna say, the last few things was, I mean, it was so. I'll quickly go to this one, the Double Jeopardy Dax versus Cassidy match.
Oh,
Obviously,
I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah.
that just turned into a lumberjack, as they said, just basically turned into a lumberjack match. You
Pretty
just had
much, yeah.
everyone there.
Yeah,
People
that's
aligning
true, actually.
themselves where I didn't know they would be. Like you got the Young Bucks coming out and supporting the conglomeration, and then
Yeah,
you
because
had
they dislike
obviously,
hit the
and
dogs.
then you had obviously like people from
She got people
Don
know about
Callis
that.
family supporting Dax and or FTR, so in Dax's corner, and obviously it just turned into a whole load of crap.
Yeah, it was a
But
melee.
this is what I said to you. This is what I said to you. You've aligned Ciampa there for it, the trio's title, but then Orange Cassidy won, so it's just them going for the tag titles.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Again, this is.
I know they're going to go for the tag titles.
It's such a weird slow build to get to Edge and Christian versus FTR. I mean, I don't like that they go in the roundabout route through the conglomeration, but I guess the conglomeration don't really have much else to do right now because
No,
there's
and
no
I really
trios
like
coming
Orange
in.
Cassidy. Again,
Yeah, of
always
course, yeah. Who does it? I mean,
always like Roderick Strong
Roddy
and Kyle
and
O'Reilly.
Riley, of
Yeah,
course.
the way.
But
But
it is a
I
weird
mean,
way to get there.
Undisputed Era, sorry.
But yeah, I mean, I need to see a trios like title match between the dogs and the conglomeration like today. So the dog, I didn't think I'd like the dogs. I mean, they're just like
Yeah,
because I don't know much about like David Finlay or the other guy in the British dude who was part of the Death Riders for a little bit as like a hired gun. But they're really good.
Connors.
Yeah, Connors, yeah, of course. But they're really, really good. So Give me that again. So it's a weird roundabout way to
Yeah,
get
like
to all these matches, but they all get in there.
yeah. And then I mean, again, for me, like I say, for me, enjoyed it so much just because of, and they did it last week, I think, to trap me in, and I don't care. I loved it, all the different spots. I really enjoyed the Death Riders and the Dogs versus the Young Bucks
That was
versus and the
great.
Bang Bang Gang. I thought it was that. That's why I say that for me was a great main event, and that was my favorite match of the night. The Darby Allin Kevin Knight match was set, like literally, I'd say it was like that.
Identical, yeah, fair enough. For sure.
So close on what it was, but it's just because of the different spots and the fun that I saw.
Yeah,
That's the wrestling that this a time and a place. Kevin
sure.
Knight, Darby Allin was perfect for what it was. It was an opportunity for like the young guy, up and comer, to go against the guy who's the face of the company, and it worked
Yeah,
perfectly.
agreed.
This was set out to be a match that was put there, and it was so many fun spots. And that's what I enjoy about wrestling still to this day, is you get to see all those fun spots.
Agreed, dude.
Sometimes
100%.
you just need a match like that where you go, oh my god, that was fun. Like that was
Yeah,
just great to. That was so cool to see.
yeah. Say what you want about wrestling. It's called sports entertainment for a reason. Where's the
Exactly,
entertainment, bro?
exactly, and
And
that's
there
why
you
I say
go.
like that was good. And it was the first time, if I'm honest, because I knew who they were, but it was my first introduction to seeing a match with Billy Gunn's kids.
And I
Right,
love the guns. You know, I'm
the
Batman
Guns.
Gan for life, son.
But
I need Jay White back. I need him back like
where is he? That's also another question that I had here: is where the hell is Jay White?
I don't know. I think he's injured.
Yeah,
I don't know. He's also been on TV for so long again.
yeah.
Um, just bad luck for him, I guess. Because I like Juice Robinson, I do, but he's no Jay White. You know what I mean? But the guns, Colton Austin, fuck, they're cool. Still,
They
I
are.
mean,
Yeah,
I showed you the guns when it was Jay White, obviously the guns, and Juice
yeah.
Robinson, the fucking coolest, most coldest fucking entrance of all time. Say what you want about Obus. Say what you want about that trick. When they fucking pan around and they fucking blasting the water at you, fuck, it's cool. That's so dope.
But like that's what I said. Like I enjoyed that. There were a lot of obviously other filler matches and stuff in the middle, but that was my match. Like that, I really, I put it on, going,
Yeah,
okay, I'm not really. I don't think I'm going to be interested in this because I've seen the Death Riders and the Dogs versus the Rascals and whomever, and now it was the Young Bucks and the Bang Bang Gang and whatever. And I was just like, okay, cool. The moment it started, I was like,
you
I'm not.
invested
My
with that
eyes
shit.
were
Yeah.
not taking. For like 20 minutes, I was like 15, 20 minutes. I was there. I was in there.
No,
I
again,
thoroughly
that's all
enjoyed
you
it.
want. That's all we want from wrestling. I want good stories. I want to be entertained, and like it does that time and time again, which is fantastic.
And that's
So
what I'm
good.
saying. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like in the other one, in episode 10, is that WWE could take a page out of their book and just
Yeah,
literally go, let's have a 10 versus 10 man tag match and have these spots where you can
and they
have
used
someone
to.
have a fun go. And they used to do that. And yes, it got a bit repetitive, but I'm not saying WWE has to do that every week.
No,
Do it so
AEW
that you
doesn't.
can get
Yeah,
people on the spots.
in fact, you could do it every week. You literally could do it every week.
Actually, yes, you
Just
could.
don't have the same teams do it.
Yes. Mix it up a bit.
Mix it up. Have
So
fun with
again,
it.
like,
You know, you
yeah,
have like people have been saying for years now that both AEW and WWE have like the most stacked rosters of all time. Not in terms of like they're all the greatest wrestlers ever, just the sheer quantity of them.
yeah.
Let's showcase these boys. You know, let's see who's really good, you know. You got the Rascals, show them, and they did, and they look fucking fantastic. You didn't know anything about the Rascals, now you do. You
Yeah.
know, if I like I said earlier, I didn't know much about the Dogs, but I've seen like 4 or 5 matches, and I'm like, actually, I really like them. Like
But
even as bad
and
guys, they're dope.
that's the
You
thing as
know,
well. Like, are they just showing that? Is this a way that they're also showing that the Dogs are aligning with the Death Riders? They're like an independent unit
yeah.
of the Death Riders.
So the British dude, fucking forget his name now. He was a
Kind of.
hired gun for the Death Riders to try and beat the shit out of like Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega. Oh, Kenny Omega specifically. They're like mad beat. So they brought him in. I was like, you take out Kenny. So I think that's why they have an allegiance there.
Is Kenny gone back to New Japan?
No, I
Or
think he's
was
just taking a break.
all right?
After he lost to MJF for the title.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it's an injury. He obviously had his diverticulitis, but I think he's fine from what I understand or from what I've read up
Yeah,
recently, which is not very recent. I think he's just taking a little bit of
Right.
time off, you know.
Yeah. And
Sure.
Hangman?
I think after his loss as well, I think it's just the time off them. He's also been going non-stop like a year and a half, 2 years. So just
needed a break.
Yeah, and again, just a nice little reset. You know, again, do this for Cody. Let him take a break. Give him 2 months off just to chill, fix his fucking eye,
Actually,
and then come back.
I was just thinking about it as well. When now this is not going to this would probably never work. I have no idea how it will work, and if he'll come back for it. But when was the Rumble? Was it end of Jan or whatever it was?
End of Jan, yeah.
So you're looking at 3 months, 90 days type thing. Technically, AJ Styles is no longer a WWE employee after that. Does he stay retired? Does he come in at some point? If you get Kenny Omega back, does AJ Styles come in and go?
Stampede.
Do we get AJ Styles in a Stadium Stampede? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to say it. I'm literally just fantasy booking. But if he retired and he's just gone, okay, I need the break. He is also someone who's like, yeah, I need to have a break, and I will. But he may be in the Hall of Fame and he may whatever. But if his contract is done and he let it run and just used it as a way to retire, he technically doesn't have a 90-day non-compete.
You got my mind working now. I'm already putting fantasy matches in my dream book. You could. I think. I mean, based on his Hall of Fame speech, he is done.
Yeah.
But
never say never.
Never say never in wrestling. And I would love to see just a couple of matches in AEW. You know, I want to just one or two. You know.
Yeah.
Just one or two.
I want to see I wouldn't mind seeing another AJ Styles Jericho match.
I would love that. Yeah. Even if they tagged a little bit as Y2AJ,
yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, go for that. Again, like you've said, Omega versus
Styles would be awesome. Hopefully Finn Balor gets released and goes to AEW and we have that triple threat, you know. Ooh. Former leaders of the Bullet Club.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, you can't have a fatal four-way because Adam Cole please get better, dude. But you know, you could, and I mean, Finn's done everything he possibly can in WWE, and they will treat him like absolute royalty in AEW.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt.
So we'll see with that, I guess. But AJ Styles though, AJ Styles and New Day. All right, on the big. I'll tell you what, the bingo card is Defo's New Day. They are I think. Let's put that we'll put that on. AJ Styles is like a little bonus. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be sweet. That'd be too sweet, actually.
But yeah, dude. Like I said, I'm just trying to inject something into it because I'd love to see that. Like you say.
Well, I'd say
I got the introduction to things like the Bullet Club and AEW and New Japan stuff because of you, and those sorts of things are possible.
Yeah.
In this realm and this day and age, those things are possible.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, that's the greatest part about it, right? Is we can do that. Well, we can see that. That's what I mean. But I'm sorry. And again, it just seems to me that you're really enjoying AEW. That's all I really wanted, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Which is fantastic.
But again, it's because I get to see a lot of wrestling rather than advertising and
the same 40-minute promo from Roman and Cody every week.
Yeah. Give me something different. Well, I like that about it. These guys just don't talk too much. They wrestle.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be. There's a time and a place for the storyline, and there's a time and a place for the wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
there could probably be a bit more storytelling in AEW. Don't get me wrong, like a bit more.
Sure.
But
it's more nuanced. There is quite a bit, but it's more nuanced. It's not like, okay, now we're gonna tell story. It's not like, you know, the only person who's allowed to do that is Adam Cole, and that's because it's story time with Adam Cole, baby. That's it. That's the only guy who's allowed to actually say that. WWE forces that shit down your throat. I'm like, I don't need to have 15 promos between Becky and Sol Ruka. Let them fuck each other up. You know, it's fine.
Let them fight.
Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. But yeah. So, I mean, I thought AEW this week was and Collision. We'll say, 3-hour special. It was dope. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to what's coming next with everything. Again, the storylines are just really good. Darby, MJF, Kevin Knight. the Dog, all of them, they're all just absolutely killing it right now. There's very few
Yeah.
missteps in AEW right now, which is great. And yeah, I guess we got Backlash coming up, which is gonna be cool. Look out for that episode, everybody.
Yep.
And then is there a collision this Sunday? I think so.
No, it's called
Oh no, because
what's it? It's like a 1 hour special on Saturday. It's something to do with like the golf course or whatever. It's like the Fallen One or something like that. I think it's called.
Fallen Kingdom, Fallen Dynasty. There's
No. It's called.
Fight for the Fallen. That's what's called.
I'm sure it's called Fallen One or something like that.
Fallen Away. I don't know. Fallen Away from You. It's a Corn song.
I don't know. It's something like
we'll see.
Fallen.
Well, either way, we'll be back for that, I'm sure. But we'll definitely be back for SmackDown recap / Backlash previews. Look for that on Sunday morning. And then
Sunday morning,
in the morning, and then we will be watching Backlash. Unfortunately, life happens and won't be able to watch it live, but we will be doing our post Backlash recap as well. Potentially Sunday, I'm not too sure, but keep aware, follow us. I will in fact be creating our Instagrams and stuff soon when it's time. And then but thank you again for watching, Gozzy. I'm glad you're enjoying AEW, my brother.
Bang, bang.
Really, bang, bang, again, man. We need to get those. Those are going to be the next hoodies we get.
That's what we get. Awesome. But I appreciate it, man. And as always, just appreciate you joining us. Appreciate everything that you guys do for us.
You're the dubs. You're all the dubs. You're the dubs and BTF and dubs. All right. We'll catch you in the next one, y'all. And logo BALD.